I don't even know what the topic is.
Well, we'll get to that. Ollie, do the intro.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the TODcast podcast with those one dudes. I'm here with Sparky, as always,
Hello.
Doug,
Yo, yo.
and two guests today, Nick
Asian pizza.
and Ryan.
Hello.
First of all, I need you to explain exactly what Asian pizza is. This is important.
So Asian pizza takes sushi and puts it all over just like as if it was a fresh pizza. And then they take a bunch of their soy sauce and just slather it all over this regular old cheese pizza. And that's one of the Asian cheese pizzas.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
Awesome. That's pretty
We
great.
got like the Asians. They did it.
Well, it's a good thing that we've recently had a review of 5 stars about how Nick makes some pretty amazing Asian pizza on our podcast. Posted by Nick Makes Pizza. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right, so the word for this podcast is gratitude.
Gratitude.
boy.
Oh, God. That's the thing I struggle with the most.
Well, don't
That's
everybody
fun.
all speak at once.
Okay, well, I
Friendly.
guess I'll go first. Sparky, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for the friends that I have and the things I have acquired and the knowledge I have acquired over the years. And
Let me rephrase the question. What is something you're grateful for that is not cliche?
Wow. Okay. I'm grateful for my YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel.
Let's be real now. It is really kind of yours. You do the most work.
That's fair.
What about you, Nick? What are you grateful for that is not cliche?
Shit. I'm grateful for all the restaurants being able to provide me chicken.
Yeah, I was not expecting that one. I'll let it pass. Technically cliche because food is a common answer to that, but we're going to let that one pass. Doug, your turn.
I'm grateful that I have 2 friends that decided to live with me, so we had the opportunity to move out.
Yay!
That's a good way.
I mean, in today's economy, do you really have a choice but to do that?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Sheesh. And before me, Ryan, what are you grateful for? That's
Insulin, so I can live.
Hey,
that
diabetes!
seems like that would be a meaningful thing. Shit. Well, I'm really grateful for the men and women fight for my freedom and give me the ability to.
That's
live through my
technically a
day.
cliche.
You're
That's
right,
pretty
but-
cliche, honestly. That seems like a.
That's pretty
kinda like one
gay.
of the- No, it seems like one of
Today's
those like
Memorial
Instagram
Day, and
posts.
I have to say it. Okay, today's
It-
Memorial Day, so I
Yeah,
have
it
to
is
say
Memorial
Oh,
Day on
that's
the day we're
fair.
recording this.
That's
so.
fair. That's fair.
it. Yeah.
He does have
So
a point.
yes, thank you to all of our veterans and current war heroes.
Thank you for your service. Now go sub with that Twitch Prime.
Actually, now thinking about it, I don't. One thing I don't understand is why everyone parties. That's the one thing I do not understand. Like, I get it's
Because we have our
Memorial, like-
freedom.
Well, yeah, but then it's also like a lot of people lost their lives for it. It's not like I don't think most people celebrate it for that specific reason. I think they're just like, hey, let's get drunk. It's like, yeah,
It's
but it's they forget the true meaning behind it. I don't know. That's just what I see it as.
it really depends on like your connection to the military as well. Like
That
I'm
is true.
not super connected to the military, so for me it's just Memorial Day. But for like people who have family members across the seas and fighting and in the armed forces and stuff, you know, it's different for them. People who have lost people to that, it's different for them. You know, people who've had people come back from stuff like that, it's different for them. This day means something different to each American, and that's the beauty in it.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
That is a good way to put it, actually.
All right. So, First question for today: gaming playstyles.
Define
Oh
your
yeah.
question. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, do you mean like console versus PC, or like game types, or like
Okay,
controller of PC kind of
we're,
thing?
we're I'm gonna break this down specifically to your play style, specifically for different genres.
Like,
So okay,
like whether you're
Okay, I
like a
see where this is going.
DPS, a tank, or a far
okay,
distance.
Or
yeah.
support, yeah. So like for example, we're gonna start with one that most people are familiar with things like what do they call it? Big
League of Legends.
no, like Warzone, Apex, those FPS sort of things, Fortnite, etc., PUBG. When you
Hell
are
yeah,
with your
PUBG!
squad, when you are with your
When you are with
squad,
the boys,
yes, what role would you say you play in your squad?
I am 100% DPS in close range.
Okay. So very bruiser like build. You prefer, I'm guessing, high rate of fire guns?
Yes.
Yes. What about you,
And,
Sparky?
well, I
I'm
do
a,
like
I,
snipers as well.
I'm
Yeah,
a sniper main.
I feel that. I feel that. What about you, Nick?
So I would say I'm kind of like a laying down heavy fire person that yells out comms all the time guy. Um, but I'll get a lot better when I'm usually just sniping people halfway across the map. So it's kind of like an LMG sniper kind of thing.
Okay.
So you're a
And
mix.
Ryan, I got this. I got
He's
this.
like medium to long range.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm long range to long range.
All right, Ryan.
I think for me, more tactical. So I'm a mix of using snipers, but also like using assault. So I kind of like being upfront, but I also like sniping. So I think the best way to put that is tactical.
Okay. So, funny enough, are you guys ready for this? There's a term in gaming called the Holy Trinity. Is anybody familiar with the Holy Trinity in gaming?
I am.
I've heard it,
I
but
am.
I've never heard the actual like meaning.
Okay, so uh we're aware of World of Warcraft, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft really popularized it and it really changed how people play games, okay? And the
Honestly.
Holy Trinity is a tank class, a DPS class, and a support class. Now, what's interesting about the Holy Trinity is that it's even if you try to go out of your way to not have it in your game, like for example, an FPS, wink, wink, players will still divide themselves into these sort of classes. For example, Ryan, you said you were a very tactical player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would be a lot more, as this goes with Nick as well, you two would be very much more support classes, where you stay back, you're trying to help your teammates, discover enemies, you're trying to stop the enemies from moving somewhere, you letting your allies move in and do the damage, and keeping your allies safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then you have DPS classes like Sparky and Doug here who don't think, just shoot.
This is facts. This is
This
facts.
is true.
This is. And then we don't really have a tank class here, but people that like to be up front and take
I think
the
that's Drew.
damage
That's
for their
Drew.
team.
Drew is tanky. I can
Drew
go
is
with
our
that.
tank.
Yeah.
But he's
So
also tactical too. Like he's like, okay, we're gonna go in, we're gonna rush in, you're gonna go right, go left, and I'm gonna go mid.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's what I really like about FPSs is that they kind of meld all three of them together with an FPS, which is very fun, very very exciting, very fun. Um, Me personally, I like to play sniper support, like to stay back and not get my face shot at, even though it does anyways, because snipers.
Yes.
All right then.
Yay.
Well, thank you for that talk, Ollie. We
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. You're welcome.
I would like to say something. All right. Can any of you or have in any point in your life been able to lucid dream?
Yeah.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
often can you do it?
Not very often.
Ryan?
whenever I want to.
Isn't lucid dreaming like the one where you can control your dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
can't
did.
say-
Go ahead.
I don't know. I can't say I've experienced it. I don't think I have.
Well, let's see. I think it was 2 nights ago, for the very first time in a long time, I was able to, like, control my dream. I'm not gonna say what it was, but, I felt very energized the next morning, because I was able to do that. Like, I wasn't in, like, shock or distress. I was very calm and actually very happy because I finally was able to do this after not being able to do it for so long. I think the first time I was ever able to lucid dream was, I think, in middle school. I did it like a few times.
I mean, the most I can do is return back to the same dream and be like in the same, I guess, spot or position.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that. That's the closest I got, but that's far from like controlling the dreams.
No, I mean not really though.
No, because
It's not that
technically
different.
you're taking control of your own brain to help you like channel your memory of that dream and then go straight back to it. Technically, yes, that is lucid dreaming.
Oh, then I guess I could.
I got a question, and this kind of relates to this. Sparky, do you meditate a lot?
I don't. I don't meditate at all. I just make videos. That's all I do.
Interesting. Okay.
I think I've only in my entire life meditated like 2 or 3 times.
Why? Meditating is amazing.
Like, do you meditate?
Yeah, I do not got the patience for meditating.
Yeah, honestly. My
Like,
mind
5
mind could never stay clear ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 5 minutes and I'm like, so like, what am I making for dinner tonight?
Did
Do I have work later?
Well,
Did I forget to close the door? Stuff like that.
I leave the stove on? Is the house burning down?
Did I ever
so
reply to my girlfriend?
Oh yeah, Ryan, you got a girlfriend now.
Yes,
yay!
buddy.
Yay! I'm so proud of
You're
you.
not all alone in the world.
Actually, now thinking about it, the one advice I can give you is, like, hear me out. Like, a lot of people is like, oh, just, it's like, wait for it. It is true. Like, the worst times in your life or, like, the weirdest times in your life is probably when you're gonna, like, find the right person. That's the best advice I got. Like, I don't know. I was in a bad spot, honestly, but I don't know. I don't know, I kept talking to her and like I became really like close, like best friends basically. Like 5 months, just kept talking to her and then eventually just started dating. But it's like, it's one of those like things you just don't expect it to happen and it will happen. Like you just
Dude,
go on with
honestly,
your life and do whatever you want right now, and eventually you'll find the person. But if you keep trying to like do it every day, like, oh, I'm gonna go on Tinder and I'm gonna swipe 10 times like every day, you're not gonna find the person that's meant for you. You're just gonna find someone that's gonna fill that gap for that part time, but then you're gonna get left hanging and it's gonna hurt more.
Yeah.
It's part-time.
yeah,
hire.
I can back that up because that's the same shit that
Yeah.
happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Was that too dark?
No, that was
No,
that brought some light in. That like
Okay.
that was said
Yeah.
perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess we're done with lucid dreaming.
You asked me a question. I never answered the question.
What?
I do meditate
Oh,
quite
well,
often, actually.
how often, and when did you start?
Well, I started in high school, and while I don't meditate a lot, like for a long time every day, I do try to meditate at least once a day.
Mm-hmm.
Really helps bring me a. I haven't over the past couple of days, but it does help me bring like a good peace of mind and helps me feel like, as cliche as this is, helps me feel very anime because I feel like I'm absorbing nature energy. Mama!
Nature chakra.
Yeah.
Just staring at the wall for 5 minutes and not thinking count.
No,
No.
it's well. I mean, if that's what you think, meditating is something personal
yeah.
for every. For
Maybe
me,
meditate for
meditating,
me for how much you think in a day. I don't want to just look at a wall and just not think.
Technically, is overthinking is predicting the future.
Is it?
I feel like it
I
is.
mean,
Half the time I'm right. I mean, like, it's gotta be a power.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Cause
yeah.
like you know how like you get bad feelings for people like after they say some shit,
Oh
and then
yeah.
you're like, what if they meant
That
this and
happens
this and
way
this,
too much
and
for
then
me.
eventually you learn that you thinking about that was actually how they were saying it.
Oh, yeah. I feel that. Yeah, you're right.
I do that too many times.
Well, I think that comes a lot from us subconsciously reading their body language as well, because that's something we do. That's just something we can't avoid.
Yeah.
So you're reading the subtle tells of uh
Like their
their
eyes.
body language, and and that's what gives you that bad feeling. You know what I
That's
mean?
that's the one thing I'm really good at. Is like, I don't know. Like it's just like slight things that changes just throws me in a loop kind of thing. Like different way of how they text or different way like that. That just slightly throws me off. But it's like something that I notice a lot more than most people do.
Dude,
Which
honestly,
Right.
Yeah,
so
but
it's a good thing, but it's also kind of toxic too.
it is. Yeah, it
yeah,
can
because then
definitely be.
you can take a lot of things out of context.
Oh
And
yeah.
then you got the ones who will like know how to abuse that your subconscious reading of
Oh
body
hell
language.
no!
Yeah,
I
those
Yeah.
are
hate
the worst.
that.
Those ones are the worst, man.
My manager is manipulative, and as soon as I found out, I just no respect.
Man, it's a
Sucks.
tough world out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right. Let's see. All right. I've got this one, and I actually was like curious about all of your input. Do any of you know what the trolley problem is?
What?
Never heard of
You're
it.
talking
You
about
know what? That sounds really familiar to me. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to ask you to clarify though.
Okay. So there's a trolley going down on a set of tracks, and in front of the tracks is 5 people tied up, and
Oh,
uh,
the
But
moral
if you
thing.
yeah.
if
Okay.
you
Hold
flip it,
hold
you
on.
can.
Let me finish.
goof.
Okay. Now, there's another set of tracks that turns, and there's one person in on that set of tracks. And there is a lever that you can use to switch it. Now, will you pull that lever, changing in the course of the train and feel responsible for killing that one person, or will you let it go and let fate take its course with the trolley killing 5 people?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Who are the people tied to the tracks? Do I know these people personally?
No.
Oh, I see how this question is.
It's the moral. It basically judges your moral code. Well, sort
There's
of.
technically no right or wrong
It would have to
answer.
be
Yeah,
one
exactly.
person
There is no
just
right or wrong
decision.
answer. It's just
Well,
I just want to know how your guys' thought process is with this.
can I go last here? 'Cause I have kind of a lot to go on with this one.
Wait, say
I'll
what?
go.
Can I go last?
Sure.
I think
Okay.
I can go first. I mean, it's gonna sound like horrible, but in my eyes, I think it's better to kill one person than 5 people. It's like the way I
But
see it.
now you feel responsible for that one person's death.
Well, one sec, okay? This is how I kind of live my life. Like, after like the boulder, like shooting shit, like, if I was in that situation, I would rather die to save 5 people than to have 5 people die and save myself. You see the difference?
That's fair.
So, if I let one person die, then I let 5 people survive. But if I kill 5 people and only let one survive, that doesn't really add up. I'm not saying killing both sides. It's just a shitty situation to begin with, but I'd rather have 5 people survive because they can make a difference in the world with 5 more people than one person can. And that's how I kind of
Well,
live my life.
what if that one person turned out to be like our next saving grace for the world?
You did say that the person doesn't matter. You did say that
I'm
right
just
before the
saying.
question.
I'm just
You
saying.
can't
What
change
if?
it like that.
This is a what if.
But do I know that in the situation or not? Well, okay, then what about the 5 other people? What are they? This useless?
Nobody's useless.
Like, are they just like homeless people, or
Sure.
are they like, or are they like, corporate businessmen? You know,
Well,
These
that's
things
why the
matter.
question arises, is because of the fact that,
Okay,
like,
I got this.
if it's
Here. All right, say it's the 5 homeless people on the track, but on the other track it's one corrupt corporate businessman.
He's dead. He's dying dead.
so
we'll see, that's where the
Sparks, you
whole
just
dilemma
you
comes
just made
from.
my opinion like even more important because I
Oh
said I'd rather
yeah.
kill 1 person than 5 people. So you just made
We're
my
gonna
opinion
we're gonna
something even
keep the
better.
question the same to avoid confusion. 5 people on the main track, 1 person on the side track.
you don't
You
know
do
any.
not know them. You
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
not know if they will
So
save the
that's the whole
world.
thing, is that if you don't know the information, you just go with the fact that, like, if in your
It's one of those
opinion,
situations like you're in the spot, you don't know who the hell they are, you just walked up, you have the chance to save either 5 lives and 1 life. What are you gonna do? That's basically it. And I'd rather save 5 lives than 1 life.
exactly, as long as you don't know the information, then it just becomes an easy option for most people.
All right. All right,
So-
Ollie, what's your answer?
So mathematically, Ryan is correct. All right, and you could say
We're not in
as well
school,
as
buddy.
moral. Shut up.
Either I could say 20% or 100%. Hear me out. 100
Yeah.
sounds better.
See, he gets it. But here's how I'm going to approach this question.
Uh-huh.
Doing nothing versus doing something. Would you rather do nothing and live with the guilt of doing nothing, or do something and know that it's not an easy choice either way?
Well, you would
People are
still
gonna
live
judge you.
with the guilt for still doing something.
Yeah, but the guilt will be less
Yeah.
hurtful if you only
But
kill 1 person
here's
instead of 5.
the real problem is, like, even if you say you're doing nothing or someone's doing something, even when you're doing nothing, you're always doing something. So in that fact, it never stops.
That's fair.
I would feel more
I
awful
mean,
if
in
I
the
didn't do
terms of the
anything.
situation, Nick, but thank you for that profound Buddhism or Confucianism, whatever it is.
Buddhism, Jesus.
My thing is that not making a choice is making a choice. So in this case, I would not make a choice. I'd simply walk away from the lever and just let 5 people die.
Just have it go straight down the middle and kill both.
Who am I to judge who lives and who dies? I do not have that right.
The
That's
judge
That's
does.
fair.
I mean, he does got a good point.
And the jury. The judge and the jury.
Judge, jury,
Decide-
executioner.
You might get in
Executioner
trouble. You
doesn't have
might,
a
if you
say in
get
who
caught,
dies.
you might get in trouble for manslaughter. That might be the case.
Well, no, because I walked up. That was the situation. I chose to do nothing. I had nothing to do with that situation. Yeah, people
Yeah,
might think
because
I'm
that
a horrible person
you
for
have
letting
distanced
5 people
yourself from what could be a complicated situation that you put yourself in, or you can just walk away and it wouldn't matter to you because you're not specifically involved with that situation.
Yeah,
He's a witness.
I'm just an innocent bystander. And to be fair, I didn't put myself in that situation. You did, Sparky. You put me in this situation.
That's fair.
But
If you
that's
just crank the
that's
thing
all I
hard
got,
enough
so.
so it doesn't drift.
Does anybody have any talking points? Ryan, you got anything? You and Nick are our guests here.
No, not really. I said what I said.
No, like topics to talk about.
Oh, that's what you
Oh
mean.
my god.
I don't know if you
Do you
want
not know what a podcast is?
talked about it.
No, I know what a podcast is. I just don't pay attention.
Oh.
Me and Doug talked about it
Do you have
before, but
ADHD?
Me?
do you guys
Yeah.
No.
know
I don't
about
think so.
the whole Ohm wrecker thing?
Oh my god. Oh, between Omrecker and
I don't.
Delirious?
I have no
I'm not
idea
just
about that
delirious.
situation.
What's going on? Someone's gonna need to explain this to me.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, go ahead.
So what is happening is that Homewrecker is trying to throw dirt into the Vanoss crew He's trying to throw dirt in their face, and when Delirious was at first agreeing with Omrecker, but then later disagreeing with some of the later things that Omrecker was saying about people, Delirious turned on Omrecker, and Omrecker started talking about messed up stuff and allegations towards H2O Delirious, trying to, ruin him in his, career. And one of the things that Omrecker did is that he went to Keemstar, the drama alert person, and he
Oh,
went on his podcast and started talking to him about, the crew and everything.
Okay.
He's basically
And
trying to ruin like the group's reputation.
Yeah, basically.
So what I'm hearing is slander for slander's sake.
Yeah.
Well, and then
it's like 5 against 1 though. That's the thing.
no, but he keeps coming up with fake evidence.
And H2O Delirious is just trying to have legal so that he and his family and 407's family are just left alone because 407 and his wife, even told off on a record that they're tired of his crap and that, it's still Delirious.
He even spoke to like
of a
he even spoke to like Jack and Mark. Like I'm looking at all of this, like on it on Ohm's Twitter.
Wildcat had things to say too. Even on his live streams, he's said that he's tired of Omrecker's shit and all that.
Like this is
The thing I've noticed with Ohmwrecker is the guy has a very fragile mental and emotional state. I think he was bullied a lot in school, and that left him with scars. And so when he comes across something he disagrees with, he rages very easily. I just think that's what this is. He's lashing out like a baby and a child because he believes these people have hurt him when they have done no such thing, and so they're just defending themselves against this maniac who has turned into the very people he hates the most.
Very true.
Oh,
that's I never really pay attention to those. It's just I don't know. Both sides could be wrong.
This
both
is
sides could
all
be...
like
I don't like
gossip and yeah. This Keemstar should be like covering this instead of us. This is not our problem. This is big YouTube stuff.
This is big YouTube drama.
This is big YouTube drama. We're just small YouTubers.
This is big boy stuff.
We need the adults in here.
Mom, I'm scared. It's sad to see that like even adults act like children. Like it's kind of like sad. Like you would expect him to be like, okay, just ignore the problem, but he's like, but he did that, he did like,
and
what?
He's continuing to do
it. Like it's just stupid. Like if you want that much attention, like, oh god, I hate. Honestly, that's the one thing that annoys the hell out of me is when people like attention. Like I don't mind it, but like when you like starve for it, like damn, your childhood was that bad. Is what I'm hearing.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just or actually now thinking about it, the one thing that I always get annoyed by is like it's gonna sound bad, but like rape allegations, like okay, hear me. Like I understand some of it's true and some of it's false, but I never truly understand how like 20 years later then you say something like when something like really big happens to somebody's life, like okay, I'm gonna bring this up now. Like I just never quite understood the logic behind that. Like am I wrong on that?
Yeah, that's all true. The fact that they don't talk about those rape allegations to the police, when it happened. They just wait for the opportunity to say it a lot later about, trying to get that person after so long.
I'm also like I'm gonna put this out there. I'm not saying it's never true or never false. Like you do you. I just never quite understood why it's brought up a couple years later, if that ever makes sense. Or like years later, like 20 or 30 years later. That's the one thing I never quite understood. I'm never saying it's false or never saying it's true. I just never quite understood the time gap between it.
Right.
I mean, in my case, I think it was like 6 years. No. I don't remember how long it was. A few years before I brought up my thing. But I don't really want to talk about that. So
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna force you.
enter.
What do you got a maid in there?
No, when you got a maid, you go.
No, my mom's just showing me her bonsai saplings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bonsai.
Bonsai.
Oh, what else? I'm trying to think of the like topics to talk about. That's
I don't
not
know,
like.
but we got to fill up the
sensitive.
rest of these 30 minutes.
I hear break
Okay.
time. No, I'm just saying.
Say
I
what?
said I hear
Break
break
time.
time. Oh no, let me take my 15 real quick.
Okay, enjoy
Yeah,
your 15,
follow
sir.
No, I don't know. What about the pandemic? Oh, here's a
God.
good one actually. The vaccine.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't
Oh,
care what your
God.
guys' opinion on. I'm not that type of person who like, like that. Like, okay, what's your opinion on the vaccine and stuff? Because
I mean,
I
I
like
already
hearing it.
got it.
Well, I already know that. I made fun of you, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, yeah, you got that 5G update. I mean, I have it too. But that
It
wasn't
comes
my
with a
joke around it.
webcam in my eye.
Hell yeah. But it's just, for me, it's just, one of the things I don't understand is like how people get so paranoid about it. Like, oh, it's the government controlling you. I'm like, that's the best you got? Like, the government can
Now, do you have facts
easily
to
do
prove this?
so much. Well, the government can easily do so much better than like, oh, a vaccine is going to control us. Like, this motherfucker
They
could
don't.
be like North Korea real quick. Like, it's not that hard.
I mean,
If you
like,
want controlling, he could easily do it. And a vaccine's definitely far from it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter for the vaccines. Like people know how other people's pillows and blankets be looking and smelling. Like if they really worry about the vaccine, then they need to clean those blankets with how nasty they are. I think they're worse than the pandemic.
Why are we talking about pillows and blankets?
Because no one washes
Because
them.
like, oh, you don't
Oh.
know that joke? It's like when uh your pillow and blanket be looking like this. How are you really worried about
Oh.
COVID?
Gotcha. Well,
I know.
I mean, I got the vaccine because it was available for me. I mean, like my dad brought my entire family in just to get it. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just get it. And it's not a big deal. Like, nobody should be worried about a fucking vaccine.
Just
well,
wait.
it is a big
It-
deal.
Just wait. Spark's gonna turn into a zombie one day. And they're gonna be like, "We told him."
Me and Sparks are gonna be zombies. Like,
Wait,
we got
Ryan,
the
do you have the
5.
vaccine?
Yeah.
You 5G suck up.
Ah, yes. That's why my phone has stopped working because it's uncompatible with my
With my
body.
bloodstream.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just interesting hearing the topic. Like, there's some people's like herd immunity. Like, if you already have it, then there's no point in the vaccine. Which I could see that. I don't know the science behind it, but I see the logic behind it. Like, um, it's kind of like if you get sick and then you are more immune to it next time. Not saying you're like immune for it. Don't gotta worry about no, that's not how that works. I just know that you're more like resistant, like the flu. I know it's a different variant every year, but you're
Yeah.
more resistant towards it if you catch it, or like the cold. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like stuff you're more resistant to.
You're right.
Uh,
It's any virus or antibacterial infection.
yeah, but
Well,
it
that's
does.
also like with capsaicin or like hot sauce or hot peppers. You take enough of them, you start to become immune to it. So
Well,
if
it's
you
like
get
if you.
sick enough and get over it, you start to become immune to it.
Well, it's like Takis. Like they're, and this sounds bad. Like I think they are spicy, not like hot like I had to drink a glass of milk, but they do have a kick. But once you eat them like every
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
they're not much. It's like one of those things like
Takis just sucking.
What?
you take that
Whatever.
back.
You
Takis,
take
but
that
you're
back,
trash.
fucker.
I don't
You
like
take
that
it back
lemon
right now.
drop that they add to it.
Mm.
Okay.
Nick,
Anyway, no,
we
sorry.
could have been great friends, but I have to drop you now because
That's
you will not
fine. I
respect
have
the word
about
of Taki.
200 more.
My
Ugh.
whole, 'cause I have not gotten the vaccine, but
Okay, what's your opinion on it then? Just
what's
curious.
my opinion on it?
Yeah, like, are you going to eventually get it, or just one of those things you're just gonna avoid?
Well, I mean,
I'm not gonna put you on the spot if you don't
I
want to say.
don't.
So
I don't care either way. That's the thing. Is like, because I can kind of see both sides of the argument here, right? Because that's what's nice about going last in a conversation. I get to experience both sides first. So yes, there are the anti-vaxxers that think the vaccine is there to control you and
I know
et cetera, gonna turn you into zombies. I know quite
I
a few
know a
as well.
couple.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you
I
have
know
the-
someone that just is completely anti-vaccine, like everything. No vaccine ever.
Have they asked if they like essential oils?
No? Why?
You should.
You should
Why?
ask if they think because
It's
a lot of
it's an
anti-vaxxers
anti-vaxxer
think
joke.
essential oils are gonna save them.
Oh my god.
I'm not even joking.
Essential
It's an
oils and
actual thing.
herbs and spices.
Yes, yes.
Witches.
No, there's motherfuckers out there that think cinnamon can cure diabetes. I'm not even kidding. Look it up. It's an actual thing. It's an actual thing.
That's
Ryan, maybe you
stupid.
should try cinnamon. Try injecting it into your
What,
bloodstream.
the cinnamon challenge?
No,
I think I
inject
just
it in your
pulled that real
bloodstream
quick.
instead of
That's
your
how you-
insulin.
Can I heat it
Just
up like
have a
heroin?
Like heroin? Yes.
mouthful of
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Make
Oh,
that into
boy.
a liquid and
Just
inject
get
it.
a drop of water and just.
And I'm like, that's spicy.
Spicy blood.
And that's how the cinnamon monster was made, kids.
Oh, dude, that's how you can. Okay, hear me out, right? Make garlic, right, into a
Mhm.
liquid and inject yourself with it. So when a vampire bites you, they croak instantly.
Well, if you
They don't
eat no, because
die
if you
from that. They
eat
just
garlic,
have bad
it's
breath.
still in your blood.
They underestimate me.
If you eat garlic, it's still in your blood.
Yeah. It's,
So why go through
Yeah,
the trouble and
that's how
inject
that
it?
works. Because it's cooler. Because it makes you look
because
like
it's a
doing
pure,
drugs.
Yeah, it
it's a
makes you look
pure
like a
form
rebel.
of garlic.
That's pretty badass.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make it seem like I do drugs.
Nah,
Gotta
bro,
make-
this is just my garlic shop for the J, man.
Oh,
Gotta get that
yeah,
garlic.
bro. I don't know. I think going back to the vaccine, I think the craziest story I've heard is that the government's controlling with like robots. They put robots in the vaccine and they can control you.
How many years
Robot
do you
pizza.
guys think it's gonna be left until like artificial intelligence is fully like up and running?
It's close.
I mean,
It's concerning.
isn't it already?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty
Not.
far.
It's not in the form that we thought it would be, and people keep it keeps being brought up like this. That
no, I mean, what I mean is like until it's like fully like immersive, available for the public. Not like fucking Siri or Google, but like an actual artificial intelligence.
like
you're
Detroit
talking like
become
a
human.
sentient artificial life form. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have an artificial
Computers
pancreas.
can create their own language.
You have an
You're
artificial pancreas?
Yeah, it's called an insulin pump.
The thing is
And
that
or T-Slim. It's a thing. It's not like in my body. It's outside of it, but it's still technically artificial.
All
I don't have
right.
to do direct shots. I mean, it's not like all the science movies, but it's technically artificial.
Yeah.
I mean, sentience is defined as the ability to recognize oneself as itself, and there is literally no AI that cannot do that. They will. Oh, they recognize that they are a program.
That's a scary thought. Like, you think we can go too far with technology and get overrun with technology?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I very much disagree.
There's gonna be green countries.
All right,
that
this is
have to
here's a
agree,
debate
agree.
between Doug and Ollie.
What you got, Doug? What you got, huh?
No, okay.
Let me
What
hear
Okay,
dirt do you got, bro?
okay, so it's gonna be kind of like fucking what's it called from Terminator?
Skynet.
Yeah, Skynet, where like the artificial intelligence just outthinks us humans and it eventually just turns against us because it thinks that it can make a better planet.
I mean, technically, if it was smart enough, it can.
Well, they are smart enough to do that.
Okay, but you're using a movie to back up your reasoning.
I know, but
Kind of
like,
false.
but think about it. Like we have, like even us humans are complaining about like global warming and like
Well, because
pollution
we have
and
motherfuckers
all
out
that.
there who's like, global warming's not real. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
Technically, it's called climate change. Thank you very much.
well, yeah, but the AI would recognize that once we advance it enough, right? And it would be like, okay, what's causing this problem, right? And then it will make the conclusion that we as humans in these power plants and all that and all the factories and stuff, and that's what's causing the pollution. So it would start trying to shut down all that, and then we'd revolt because we don't want technology stopping our jobs.
Well, here's a life hack. You just turn off the power.
There
Just reboot those
There should be a big
motherfuckers.
red off button.
Delete System 32. The fuck they
I
gonna
very
do?
much disagree that it will be like that
Delete
because,
System 32.
I
and
mean,
the
it's a
reason why
possibility though. That's the thing.
it is a possibility. You're right,
He's not
and
wrong. It
especially
is a
with
chance.
something like the internet, for example, where like you have so many different AIs connected together, talking to each other constantly. It makes sense in a way that is one way it can go, but we don't know the future. For all we know, they could be benevolent AI masters who just want to make sure the human race gains immortality.
Okay,
But
but that's not gonna
Going
happen.
that's
back
not
to the
that's
future.
not where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is every AI is going to be different when we reach that stage. It's not going to be some overall AI that controls all the other AI, because all the AI are going to be on par with each other, each
Well,
trying
yeah,
to
but
accomplish their
there
own
there has to be
goals.
a server, like a main server for the AIs.
They're not all going to be on that. They're not all going to be on that one server. They're not all going to be in the cloud. They're all going to have the inability to communicate with each other, but they're going to be kind of just like humans. They're all going to have their own goal to accomplish, and they're going to go about different ways to achieving that goal.
True.
The reason why I say this is because humans are the ones that created AI, and time again, it has been proven that the creator, the creation takes after its creator.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
So are
that's
you
that's
saying
my
like
reason.
they're inspired?
I feel like he's trying to like explain something like along the lines of I, Robot. You remember that movie?
Oh my god, such a good movie.
Yes, that's
Never
kind of
seen it.
Such a
exactly
good
what
movie.
Like,
I'm saying.
where it's just robots assisting humans.
Yep, and then you have like that one human who's like had, especially in iRobot, the CEO guy of the iRobot, Lamau, who like wanted to take over the world, and that system that was that AI's goal. It took after its creator, except for
Yeah.
one of them who decided that the other guy.
Sunny, that was the robot's name.
Of course, you would remember some shit like that.
Dude, that was like my first like robot movie that I ever saw,
Wait, what
and it
about
was
one robot game?
what robot game?
There's a one where you have to make choices and stuff where it's the AI goes.
Oh, Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
That I watched all of it. Like I don't know. I mean,
It's a great game.
I might
It's
stream that
such-
at some point.
you should.
I'm
You
probably
should.
going to. I'm gonna take the
But,
bad
like-
path.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. Like, there's a lot. Like, I know it's just a game, but it does show like the potential of like what could happen. Like, that's something I can get behind.
But I think that's what we're all afraid of is like a robot looking like a human and us not recognizing them as a robot. I think that's what we're all scared of because it'll
chasing
like feel
I'm-
it'll feel really uncomfortable and like really off because you know it's a robot, but it looks exactly like you, talks like you, moves like you.
Okay, hear me out. Okay. What if we get a robot like Baymax?
Okay, well
Eek.
that's a fluffy character.
Hell yeah, it's still a robot. That shit would be amazing.
Well, it technically isn't Baymax a like a
He's a medical robot.
yeah. So why not put him like out on the field with the army?
Do you
Well,
wanna
it would
hug?
still be more of a medical robot and not a robot that knows how to repair other robots.
That's what engineer robots are for.
Exactly. You'd have to engineer robots and not the medic. But it's like the thing is, we're so self-aware of the fact that this is a possible future that we might be able to stop it so that it never happens because we're being so self-aware of that future is a high possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just imagine Baymax with a gun.
A lovable character with a gun.
10
See,
out of
like,
10.
you
Would
just hear him
smash
scream.
again.
Okay, no, you bring up a good point. Like, what if there's sex robots? Would you still hit it? Because Sparky does bring up a good point. You don't know if they're a robot or not.
You mean the
I
rent
mean,
models?
yeah, that's kind of what sex dolls are.
I forgot
Except-
that was the thing.
Hey, by the way, Ryan, sex dolls are a thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for informing me.
You're welcome.
We're
like,
just waiting for the sex dolls that can make noise.
Well, no, it's like sex dolls are a thing, so all you have to do is just put like a mechanical body into it.
Yeah, and then that
The thing
mechanical
is,
body
people are
starts
so
contracting in
blatantly
itself and
walking
smashes
around
your
with
dick
them.
while you're inside it.
That is the definition of gorilla grip pussy.
Ugh.
God. Why is this a
People
conversation we're
blatantly,
having?
walk around with those huge ass.
I mean,
Don't walk
Spark's the
around
one that
with
said he was smashing it, or like, smash or whatever.
Do you not get the bit?
I don't get what that means.
Anyways,
I love
Let's,
how you changed the topic.
a segue to another topic. Anybody
Cortana,
else?
10 out of 10 with Smash. Anyways,
Dude, I don't even have
Isn't Cortana
Cortana.
from Halo? Yeah,
Oh, well,
Cortana is
yeah.
from Halo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen the one where I think it's from Halo 2, right? Where he's like, okay, this is definitely unnatural. And so it's a fucking tunnel inside like a mountain. She's like, yeah, this is definitely unnatural. He's like, yes.
Yep.
It's so stupid, but it's funny.
It is. It really is. And I think that was 2. Yeah, that might have been.
I liked, honestly, I'm kind of happy I grew up with Halo, not like Fortnite. Fortnite's not even that
Honestly,
good.
same.
God, dude. Fucking.
Fuck Fortnite,
Okay.
dude.
Hear me out.
Here's-
Fortnite
here's
was
my
fun
thing.
for like the first 3 seasons. Like,
No,
it
it wasn't
game.
even fun ever.
Okay, when it first came out, it was different, and that's why it was fun. Like,
Okay.
I played it with my friends. I didn't play it by myself. Like, I played with friends, and I had a good time, and then I got bored of it.
First of all, are we talking Fortnite or Fortnite Battle Royale? Because those
Battle
are two
Royale.
very
Battle Royale.
different things. Okay. Yeah. Fuck that game.
We sponsored the.
What?
When it was first announced, me and Nick bought like the sponsored like the supporter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so we got like a bunch of like loot and stuff when we first bought the game and all that. And then the Save the World was pretty meh.
Meh.
I
Meh.
mean, I got pretty far.
The Battle Royale kind of like increased the popularity, but eventually the Save the World mode actually got pretty good.
Isn't
Yeah,
that where you're
how-
fighting
I-
zombies?
Not zombies, voidlings.
Or
I think
ghouls.
they're called. Yeah, ghouls.
Oh well.
People
Isn't
that get trapped in the storm get turned into the ghouls and stuff, and they're trying to eat your
Which was a cool
face.
feature they added later on.
Yeah.
Technically, a zombie is a ghoul.
Shut up.
Don't you
Not-
talk
I'm not-
about
I'm not
Tokyo Ghoul
wrong.
Like
No, you're
No.
very wrong.
Okay, whatever.
that. Don't talk
How
about
is he wrong,
Tokyo Ghoul
though?
like that.
A zombie
Because-
is an undead.
I mean,
They
a ghoul
are
is
both.
radioactive, isn't it? According to Fallout 4, or not Fallout 4, but to Fallout logic.
Well, the thing is ghouls, as compared to zombies are weak fodder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Ghouls are not weak at all. Ghouls are capable of thought. They're very tough to kill, it's very hard to penetrate them and deal any lasting damage as they have regenerative qualities, especially after eating human flesh. And they're just not fun to be around. Oh, and usually the one defining thing about ghouls is they can unhinge their jaws to eat you, which is also just terrifying.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
basically any creature in the Twilight Zone.
Oh, dude, can we talk about the Twilight Zone for a sec?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, dude, Twilight Zone's so good. Aren't they supposed to be bringing it back, or didn't they bring it back for like a few episodes?
That was them bringing it back, Sparky.
Well,
Wait, what type? Wait.
I'm
Am
talking
I
about the TV
confusing-
show.
Oh, I was talking about the ocean.
Oh,
Oh.
sad days.
Well,
Nobody cares about
I thought he
alternate
was talking-
universes.
I thought
Have
he
you
was
not
talking about
seen
Twilight Zone as
the
well,
like
so.
creatures in the Twilight Zone? Have you not seen any of them?
I mean,
No.
he's right. They have very
Those
disproportionate
motherfuckers
jaws.
Scary. There's
Yeah.
the
Hang
Viper
on,
Dragon.
Let me look a few of them up real quick. Hold on.
I got you. Do the Goblin Shark. There's also the
Well,
Black
hang on,
Viper.
I'm getting there.
I mean, anglerfish is there as well.
Yeah,
so.
but everyone knows about the anglerfish. Those motherfuckers are ugly.
Well, that's why you
All right,
use
what
it
am I
as an
looking up?
example.
Do the Black Viper Dragonfish. Those guys can unhinge their jaws completely.
I mean, they're basically like snakes.
Black Viper Dragon. Oh.
Or you got the
God.
Goblin Shark. Or the Vampire Squid. That one's cool as hell, actually.
Goblin sharks can extend their jaws. It's not so much as unhinging. They just
I know, but it's still like
Ooh, that one's cool.
the Vampire Squid's the coolest though. They have spikes in the inside of them, so they just like latch onto their prey. I don't know, that's cool as hell.
Oh, that Goblin Shark looks. Ugh.
Yep. Creatures in the Twilight Zone are weird looking. But
Mhm.
They're cool as hell.
that's basically all I got on the difference between zombies and ghouls.
Gotcha. Okay, we got 9 minutes, boys. What do we want to talk about?
That's a good question, Sparky. What do you want
About
to talk about?
politics.
God, no, we don't talk politics.
I'm just
in
playing.
this-
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
Yeah,
playing.
God, dude,
Time to get your yeetin' ass out of here.
Nah, I always avoided politics. That's just one thing I
Yeet.
will never touch with a stick.
dude, I wouldn't touch that shit with a fucking 20-foot pole, okay? Like, no.
Honestly, my opinion on politics, you do you. That's it.
Honestly.
So, I mean, today's thing is gratitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've done the whole "what are you grateful for" thing,
Right.
completely without the cliche part, because heck yeah. What is something that you are ungrateful of that you feel like?
Oh.
My generation.
like.
No, I will back that up. The reason I'm like ungrateful for my generation because I'm not gonna say I'm born in the wrong generation. I was just raised like very well and stuff and like respectful. I work for my shit, right? I have met people that have never worked a day in their life, but they get to do whatever the hell they want, and that bothers the hell out of me because I work my ass off for shit that I want to do, but they can be like, "Hey, mom, can I get the new Galaxy 6 or whatever?" And
Can
I'm
I
like,
get the new Galaxy Flip?
yeah, I'm over here like, no, work for the damn. Like, they get what
I saw some little girl while I was working one day with a Galaxy Flip. I'm like, you fucking silver spoon piece of shit.
No, for me, my some of my they're good people. Don't get me wrong. Like they're really good people, but their parents pay for the college, and it's just like that idea of like, not working for it or like not financially struggling it. Like it is like, but then they also get mad because their parents didn't buy them stuff, and I'm like, dude, your parents are paying for college. Like, what more can
mean,
you ask?
I mean, it makes sense if the kid is actually like, getting good grades and they're actually like a respectful human being and like their parents.
Well, that's what I'm
pay
saying.
for
Like,
it.
they are good people, but it's also one of those things like you already get a lot. Like, why ask for more?
That's true.
Because they're ungrateful little shitheads.
Because
There was
Why?
a situation.
their parents can't
At
tell them
my,
no.
Oh my
There was a
god.
situation at my work where there is this older woman who was eating at a bar, and she pulled out of her purse a Tide. Was talking to her guest,
A what?
and she was
You
like,
kind of
"You
broke
guys
up.
want to eat a Tide Pod?
Oh
These
my
are really
Oh
good
god.
Tide
God.
Pod." And was shaking my head in the back, like, "Dear God, that joke was like 2 years ago, and
That
she
joke
was
was more like
pulling
3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. She was pulling it out, be like, kids these, the millennials these days think this is funny." And I'm like,
Do any of
that
you
was
actually know someone that actually ate a Tide Pod?
No.
no, and I would
Unfortunately,
defriended
No,
them.
unfortunately.
Not quite. I haven't met anyone that stupid.
you're lucky.
Have you met somebody?
Yeah.
I mean, I done some stupid stuff. I mean, okay, we were young, but I don't guess we didn't really understand the laws of gasoline and stuff. So like, when we put gasoline in a bottle, we realized what we did. So we just put it in the trash can. We were just like, growing up now, I realize how stupid of that was. But when we were young, we just kind of just like, throw it away. Problem's gone, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why we put gasoline in a bottle. I can't remember what our idea was behind it. I can't remember what we were trying to like. I don't think we're doing anything like stupid, but I can't remember why we needed that. I don't know. I cannot remember what we were trying to do. But we decided like, oh yeah, wait, this is a really bad idea, so we threw it away. But that's also a really bad idea.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean,
I'm
I
glad your brain cells have improved since then.
I mean, yeah. I can't remember what. See, that bothers me now. I can't remember what we were trying to do.
Yeah. What about you,
You know
Doug?
about all those
What's up?
people who were out buying the gas in all the gas places, and they're putting
I
in
don't
like coke,
understand that at
like they
all.
were putting in like bags and things like that would burn through it because it gets eaten with plastic. So
It
all you
doesn't
see is these like
burn the
buckets
plastic;
and
it dissolves the plastic because they have the same chemical makeup. It combines the molecules to the gasoline, I think it is, and that's what causes it to dissolve.
exactly. Now you just have these like buckets full of it, and all of a sudden you just have your whole entire
Well,
back of your
gasoline also
car.
goes stale.
I
Yeah,
see. That's something I did not know.
Yeah.
it
Um,
does. There was
gasoline
an
after a long time
accident.
will go stale and just become it I mean, it won't become useless. It just won't be as efficient
Yeah.
in like
Anyways,
combustion and stuff. And so then it's kind of pointless to have.
that's true. Anyways, moving back to our topic, what is something you're ungrateful for, Doug?
I'm ungrateful for.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue.
The government.
I've honestly never thought of that question.
Yeah.
I have multiple things.
Oh, I'm sure you're ungrateful for having diabetes.
Actually, I don't mind it. I'm gonna be real. A lot of people have a lot of shittier like health problems, and diabetes is not that bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I wake up every day like, yes, can stare myself with
Diabetes!
needles. No, no, I'm not like that at all. But I also sit there like, a lot of people have it worse. Like, I don't have cancer. I don't have
You don't
terminal
have
cancer.
cancer.
Stuff like that.
People
Just,
with the messed up lungs have cancer.
I mean, hey, if you smoke, that's on you. Like cigarettes. I don't know how weed is, but I know cigarettes will fuck you up.
Yeah. I vape, so.
I don't know if that's any better, but it's better.
It's better because, one, it's a lot cheaper. Two,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't. It's better, but I don't know how much better.
mm, well, Nick, what are you ungrateful for?
Um, I
Yeah.
was just thinking of it. I was ungrateful about the kind of people who more or less pay attention to what other people say, either good or bad, instead of the environment around us that is currently being destroyed and many, species are dying.
It's a
So,
good answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good answer.
And I want to be the healthcare system. Ours,
America paying like hundreds of millions of dollars. Really?
or
I only pay like 5 pence.
or like the military.
Yeah.
We have Oh no, that's not. Okay, it's like we spend too much money on the military instead of doing like other, like NASA or like other things that are like to explore. Like a lot of our money goes
Elon
into.
Musk is fully funding NASA.
Well, yeah, but like imagine if we had more money for NASA instead of just purely military.
That's true.
Like I'm
Eventually,
not
we
saying it's
combine
a bad
NASA
thing. I'm
with
just
the
saying like it was
military.
more like split or more used. Does that make sense? I'm not saying like the
Mhm.
money going to the military is like a bad thing. It's not. It's a good thing. It's just less of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I feel like maybe
Well,
too much goes into the military.
well, thing is, you're in the military, you get, the UNSC from Halo, you know? So I came space police and all the space marines out there killing monsters in space,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does bring up a good point. The
Hmm.
Lockless monster could be outside space.
Oh
Don't you talk
man.
about Nessie like
Nessie.
that.
How
All
dare
right,
you?
Ollie, Doug. Next episode, we are talking about mythical creatures.
I want in.
Ooh,
All
yes.
Oh,
right, all
dude,
right,
it's
Ryan.
fun.
You can be in next Monday.
Bet.
Um, Something that I was really ungrateful for at the time, anyways. Something that I really should be grateful for is the time I spent at Fluffy's house.
Yeah.
I was really ungrateful for that. Um, he was there a lot for me. They all were. There was a roof over my head, even. I was just an ungrateful little brat until a few days ago. And I just,
Yeah. For those listening right now, one of our friends passed away. So
yeah. Um, I was very ungrateful for that. There were bad times, like everything. There were good times, like everything. But the highs were a lot higher than the lows were low, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So I guess that's all I got. I was really ungrateful for something that was staring me in the face, and it slipped away before I realized what it really meant to me.
Can't beat yourself up for it.
You're
You really
right.
you make
You're
mistakes,
right.
you learn. It's not something you can easily get over, but it's also something you can't hate
Yeah.
yourself for not understanding it. I'm not saying like you shouldn't have feelings towards it, but I wouldn't also hate yourself for the rest of your life for not understanding what you were doing. I mean, people make mistakes all the time, but I wouldn't sit there like contemplating what you can't change. What it's one of those things like what you said, the highs and lows. I would just look at the things that like the positivity, like the things you do enjoy, and even though you didn't like enjoy them the most that you could have, it's one of those things you still have and can look at. And I guess from this point, it's just learn from the mistakes you do make. And you can be mad at yourself, but I wouldn't waste the rest of your life being mad at yourself when you still have time to fix it.
That's
You're right.
that's fair.
That was very deep and profound. Thank you. That
Yeah,
means a lot to me,
I made a
man.
lot of mistakes in my life, so if I can help
I think we
somebody
all
with,
have.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
I don't
that's
know.
life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
full of chock full of mistakes.
I mean, the way I look at life right now is you live life as it's like your last day. I'm not saying it is, but it's like a good way to be more happy of what you do and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That's that's the best way to do it. I mean, I don't know. The pandemic and stuff, it sucks. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but just making the best of what you got is how you're gonna get through life.
Yeah.
And, you know, and living every day as like your last will probably get you pretty far. Because then you're not worried about missing out on opportunity. You just roll in that opportunity and go for it. And that's how you get through.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for crit 20. God,
That was a good one.
that was a
Um,
good one.
all right. I'm ungrateful for I'm ungrateful for this pandemic.
Go on.
Oh, how it ruined a lot of things for me. It ruined concerts, hanging out with friends,
Hey,
fucking work.
we did go to a concert though.
Yeah, but it
I-
was still like social distanced, and it was.
Dude, I got yelled at for going over the rail. That was funny as
Oh
hell.
yeah, that's right.
The Karen,
Oh my god.
dude, she eyeballed me down. Like everybody else was like fucking around, but
Dude,
it was
okay,
me.
so
I kept getting stared at for no goddamn
me,
reason.
Doug, and Chase, we went to a rave a few weeks ago, like one of the first like no social distance raves in the Springs, and we were going hard on the rail, and security looked at us, flashed their lights, and we just continued. They did it again, and we stopped, and then I forgot who was playing at the time, but he's like, all right, I want everybody to go fucking hard. And so we did. Lady flashed the lights. We kept going. She stopped. That was great. You'd be like, haha, fuck you, security.
Doing what I was told.
Doug, you're the last person. Wrap this up.
He already went.
Oh, he did? What was he ungrateful for?
He doesn't have anything.
Oh,
He couldn't think of anything, yeah.
I live by the moment, so
that's fair. Oh, I got something you're ungrateful for. I got something you're ungrateful for. You're ungrateful that you don't have enough weed.
you're right.
Do you ever, though?
No.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to think. The one thing I am upset because Sparky brings up the pandemic is the class of 2020 got fucked.
Oh
like,
yeah.
hard.
I
right?
feel
they
really
didn't do
bad for
nothing.
Drew. I feel really bad for Drew. He
I'm
was
in
so excited to get
2022.
up on that stand.
I graduated 2022.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, you're good.
Here's the thing I got on
Ryan,
that.
we don't talk anymore.
I know. I'll fix
And
it.
something
That
that
needs to
I think
change.
that the class of 2020 really failed to realize is that, because I graduated in 2019 from summer school, so that's a thing. But graduating is less about the people being there, walking across that stage, and it's more about realizing that you're the one who did it.
Yeah, that you fucking did it.
Nobody else, like, yeah, they were there for you and they helped you with it, but nobody else did that work. Nobody else put in the time but you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're walking across the stage or standing in your living room on camera when they give you that diploma. That diploma is recognition that you did it. And the class of 2020 complaining that they didn't have to get that chance to walk across the stage like that or any of that other BS. Like, no offense to those who did graduate, but y'all missed the fucking point. That's all I have to say.
I know, but it'd still be nice to experience it. Like everybody else gets to, like 2019 and 2021 gets to, but 2020 kind of got left in the dark.
Yeah.
This is one of the, I'm so happy with what they did, like the drive-by graduation, or is that the right term?
Mhm.
Okay. I was like, but like the graduation, like using your cars, like they did a lot, but it's still, I'm still happy with what they did. It just kind of just sucks watching like 2021, like a year later, get to like experience something that we got taken away, and it's just one of those feelings that you kind of like. I'm not saying it's, it
you
sucks.
treasure those moments.
Yeah, like I will never get to know what it's like walking across the stage or saying like waving my hand to the principal or like walking across, grabbing a diploma, knowing that I've walked the finish line. Like I got a diploma, but all I did was pick it up from the school. Like there's nothing
That's your
special
finish
about
line.
it. Yeah, I drove to the school, picked it up, and walked away. That's it. Like, do you see how that's not special or rewarding? Like they handed to, like, ironically they did hand it to us, but it's like it doesn't feel completed.
No.
And that's why I'm like a little
See, I feel like
that.
I feel like for that, I feel like the class of 2020 should like have a regraduation because
they don't give a shit.
That was just completely fucked.
Yeah, they even say nothing. Like 2021, I got to experience it like it was nothing, and like they gotta like say goodbyes, take pictures. Us, we didn't get jack shit. Half of 2020 even get a graduation either.
I mean,
So that's why I'm like over here, like it would be nice to just actually walk it. Like it's you gotta admit, like, you gotta walk across the stage and you know you did it, like, you completed it. But when they just hand you the diploma as like a job champ, like, how does that feel? Like, it feels like you're
Yeah.
just missing that whole step, like, to walk across, like, you know. And maybe I'm
Yeah.
just, I don't know, or
We
I never
also
got
have to realize that's probably also what happens to people senior pranks as well. Like if they did senior pranks, they got kicked off on the ability to
To
do the walk,
graduate.
so they just
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
their thing.
Okay, but they did shoot. They did give them warning before they did it.
Yeah,
That's
well, they
technically
just
on
told
them.
him like, yeah, if
Not
you
at
do this,
Smoky,
you're
they
gonna
didn't.
not be able
Well,
to walk.
Dude, I can't believe I had to guard a frickin' high school for senior prank week. Dumb.
that's
Anyways,
funny.
Sorry, I let you have the fun.
anyways, that's all the time we got for this podcast.
Thanks for stopping by and learning what we're grateful and ungrateful for.
And the random shit we
Damn
talked about.
kids.
Well, it's all worth it in the end.
I mean,
Thank
yeah,
you for having me.
All right, well, yeah,
glad to have you.
Ryan, thank you for coming to the podcast. Nick, thank you for being an uninvited guest.
Always
Of
a pleasure.
course, of course. You need.
And yeah, this is Sparky
This is Ollie.
signing off.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.